The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm Lowdown. With me as always is...
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you Poe-loving bitches?
Fucking family-destroying bitches.
Yeah.
So, sell your soul for some bullshit, bitches. That's really what happened.
Yeah. But, I mean, it kind of works out. Makes a good point.
Yeah.
You have kids in poverty that live long lives or live it up rich and
There was no guarantee.
die like a bunch of assholes.
And then she said he was going to be a dentist. There's no guarantee they were going to be in poverty, so fuck all that. You can't tell the future.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. First, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, share, subscribe, rate, review, all the social stuff across all the social things. It greatly helps out the podcast. The Madness Boys appreciate it, and it only takes you a couple seconds. Thank you. Now, on to tonight's episode. For tonight, we decided, well, we were blessed enough to have, for the first time, a fellow showrunner, another GUI aficionado, and the soon-to-be wife...
That's crazy.
Right? No shit. Soon-to-be wife of, like...
Your platonic life partner.
Platonic life partner. I'm Mike Pickett. Amy Bogarde.
Hey.
Oh, fuck. Host is deeply upsetting, too. All the other stuff was way more rad, though. The whole marriage thing,
The
I think,
marriage thing
kind
is
of...
pretty cool.
Oh, so there's a podcast she does, too.
Yeah,
It's
you know.
on the network. Yeah.
Whatever.
That thing.
Honestly, the podcast has been on hiatus for a decent amount of time because, I don't know about you guys, but like life, crazy, right?
That's why I've said this year, like, the release has been, like, the end of last year kind of went fucked up, but I kept it pretty solid. This year, It just seems like we've missed some weeks, and it's like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm not stressing about it.
Everything is too much right now, but Deeply Upsetting is returning. The hiatus is ending.
There's a lot of theoretical things to bring up that have happened.
You think there are deeply upsetting topics in the news? Like what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a softball right now.
Shit. That was so deadpan. Holy shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo.
Mike Flanagan, call me.
Yeah, no shit, right? Call all of us. Dude, I just want to be on the set.
I know,
don't
just an
care.
extra.
I just want to watch everyone work.
I would like to be a third in him and Kate Siegel's marriage, if possible.
You know, maybe if she's the character
yes.
from this movie in real life, then that would probably work. So, I mean, not movie, the show. So, folks, what we're talking about tonight is the Netflix series, The Fall of the House of Usher. Mike Flanagan's fucking... I mean, it's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. It's
Tour de force.
It is the best adaptation of Poe's work outside of the 1935 the film The Raven. That's really fucking good. I don't know if anyone's seen that black and white film. It's black and white 1935, so go with that. But it is an amazing adaptation, like as far as accuracy with Poe's stuff. It's really cool.
Wow,
But
cool.
Flanagan really fucking...
I mean, Vincent Price's Red Death is pretty...
Well, he did Red Death, but he was also in the Cask of Amontillado, too.
Yeah, I was going to say. So there's a couple of Vincent Price ones.
There are a couple good ones with Vincent Price.
The modernization of Poe's work is masterful in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I mean, I remember, I didn't know it was happening until maybe like 3 months before. I think Netflix dropped a little picture. And it was like someone, a human eye, but through like a raven wing or something.
Yep.
I'm like, oh shit. And it's Flanagan. Come on, man. Come on.
I knew he was going to do it too. I have more faith in Mike Flanagan than anything I've ever done.
Oh yeah.
I trust him with my life. I'm putting him as my emergency contact.
I mean, he's already been trusted with King Properties.
But
yeah.
I still had reservations because that is, to do it properly, that is a very big project. And he said he's going chronological with the books. Mm-hmm. So from the beginning of The Gunslinger to the end of the series in book 7, I guess depending on how it does, because they're not going to cram it into one season. Really, he could do the first 2 books in season 1, and then every other book after that do a season, right?
Yeah.
So I hope we get at least like 6 seasons of this.
Have you read the books?
Yeah, like 3 times all the way through.
Whoa!
It's the Dark Tower series. The Dark Tower series is fucking amazing.
The disappointment that the
90-minute movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I remember going, so the movie, and he goes, well, no.
Yeah.
Like there was no verbal
he doesn't accept it.
He didn't even give the movie a shitting on. He just said,
it's no.
He just rebuked
if
it
you
into
like,
hell.
If you like a mixture of post-apocalyptic magic fantasy with horror, dual dimensions, mirror realities. Yeah,
I do like
that. The Dark Tower series. Sorry, folks, we're going to get to House of Usher. I promise. The Dark Tower series basically has roughly 45 other stories that intertwine throughout his career. So it's like literally spans his career. I mean, he's still writing, but it spans his career, and it's attached to it. Talisman's attached to it. The Dead Zone. All these books are connected to the Dark Tower series.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
cool.
it's really, I could, dude, I'm telling you, when that shit drops, like, people need to check on me to make sure I didn't, like, masturbate to death.
Get
just knock first.
A couple things of Gatorade next to you. And,
some orange juice.
Yeah.
We'll know that you died happy, though, so we can all at least...
I want to at least finish it.
Oh, you got to finish and finish.
I might need 6 years of frequent masturbation.
We never see you again.
Yeah. I would be like Quagmire in the Family Guy when he comes out and it's like, hey, guys, there's porn on the internet?
Sounds like the
arms
fall,
like 5 times
fall
bigger.
of the House of Lowdown.
All right. Yeah, good. Thank you. We need to get back on track because, I mean, I could just gush about Flanagan, but folks, there is a Flaniverse episode in the works sometime next year. Probably going to try to get that together and we can really just gush of all things Flanagan. But one thing I've got to say about the Fall of the House of Usher is how he kept not only like character names directly related to the story they were telling in that episode, but then they would also like the overall arcing story of the Fall of the House of Usher was always there.
Right.
Between Roderick and Madeline. Like those two, and if you've read the Fall of the House of Usher, like the way the Raven, the way it ends to a T is like the fucking book.
Yeah.
The way they tell the backstory when they're kids with the mom, like to a T and all that, then while building on all these other fucking stories. How do you... it hurts my brain when I was watching it at times, like, how the fuck did he do this?
Honestly, and once I saw that each episode was going to be one of the stories, at least, I was like, oh shit, like that's really
that's what caught me off guard.
It's ballsy,
and not a clunky moment.
No,
I'm like mind blown.
Now, did he edit? I wonder how much was cut on just to make it flow as smooth as it did.
But I'm just saying, when I went into it, I thought, okay, it's gonna be based on that one. And then you get to that second episode, and the title is like, okay, maybe there'll be a mention, and realize, these are the guidelines of each episode and each death.
Yeah. Now
there's a couple you hear the title, and you're like, I don't even know how the fuck is he gonna do this? Like the Pit and the Pendulum. I'm like,
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see how he does this,
dude.
Yeah.
That is, and I'm gonna rewatch it, so it might not be through the second watch, but. It's very rare that I yell at the TV when I'm watching something, especially to no one because it's just me and the cats. So the cats just like freak the fuck out. Like when the building started going down and he's paralyzed and spoilers by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say you know how I feel about that.
Yeah. When that piece comes down with the metal shaped like an axe head, I was like, I literally clapped and said, "Fuck you, fuck you."
I wish there was somebody else there with me when I was watching because I had the same reaction. I was like. Okay. All right. Oh, motherfucker.
It's so good.
So good.
God.
I was so happy. This was like such a perfect show for anyone who's a Poe fan because like the representation of everything is ridiculous. Like my favorite Poe story is Cask of Amontillado. And so I was so
You got like double down with that one too.
I know.
They doubled down on that one.
I was so excited. I think Mike's is Pit and the Pendulum. So like we were just watching it losing our fucking shit.
Oh, see, yeah, man, like see that I kind of wish that would have been the first time watching it, but I think if the second time I watch it happens to be with people, it'll still be as enjoyable.
Absolutely.
But like that first realization of how he's going with like the Telltale Heart.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
the one.
me, man.
That's the one that I like stood back and went bravo because you start the episode here and you're like, what the fuck is that? And just taking that and modernizing it.
Exactly.
Oh, fucking killer.
Oh, and like just. So one cool thing about that episode is that one he actually like utilizes the story itself as the main meat of it, but he also incorporates the story that the sibling's name came from. So the sibling was Victoria,
Victorine.
Right? Victorine, that's right. She was really her character. The name was from the premature burial.
Yep.
And so in that story, the husband's abusive. Then the husband kills the wife, the lover of her comes back, kills the husband, and then she comes back to life. Is that right?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't read that one.
Oh, okay. That there's something like that basically where in this, Victorine, she kills her lover and then tries to save her or resurrect her, and that's the correlation.
Yeah.
I haven't read the Premature Burial in a while, but that's also where they got the one for the mom dying.
Yeah,
where they killed her too soon.
Now,
that's where that came from too.
Question, real quick. And I watched this episode twice. Is she creating an alibi by calling her girlfriend and leaving those messages, or is she just completely lost it?
I think
she's
lost
bananas.
it.
Yeah, and
She's
that's
nuts.
what I figured.
Yeah.
But it could go either way.
Yeah.
Because, like she keeps calling and leaving these messages.
Yeah.
Like, please call me back. Please call me back. And, like, that first time I figured that was just her, like, crazy. But then I also was thinking, like, or is she, that's the part of her that's rationalizing it. But no.
She's nuts.
Now you
I
get
don't
to the
think
end,
so.
she's crazy. Yeah.
Can we talk about, I forget the actors who played Roderick. He was in Gerald's Game and Dr. Sleep. He's been in a bunch of stuff before Flanagan too. But his reaction to that was
Amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
He
you
just
lost your shit.
broke. He just
He's like
broke down like, oh no.
She's
you're
having a
my-
conversation. He
oh,
goes, I don't think we can do. She's dead. Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to explain. Like,
But he looks like he's trying not to cry that his
Explain.
daughter is doing this. You know?
because the realization
Yeah.
that she is not like sort of lost it. Like, she is talking to her dead girlfriend with the chest exposed, and he's like, I don't think she's gonna be doing much of anything. She's fucking dead. And he's thinking, I'm explaining to you. And it's pretty, like, it's not like she's sitting there, her eyes are closed. Her chest is open.
Ripped open.
Yeah.
And and the thing is, like, he had to dig it out
Yeah.
because it was property
Right. Right.
of Fortunato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
Mark Hamill had to get it from
Oh,
there.
that's
so.
right.
no, remember when he goes back, the next scene's him in the office and he's got blood on his
Whatever,
shirt.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he went back. He got the knives, not the heart
okay.
thing.
Okay.
Roderick got the heart thing. He stole the murder weapons. And the cops like, fucking really?
Right.
Yeah,
Those
he's
are
like,
Fortunato
this is property. He's like, this is fucking.
Don't search anything but the room.
Can we just throw out there real quick? One
Mark
of the
Hamill, yeah.
best fucking performer. He was so good. Like, when I have to remind myself, oh yeah, that's Luke Skywalker, because he just got so in character. And I don't know if it's the tiny glasses and just the gruff,
It was
like,
his whole demeanor.
Yeah,
like,
the
he just
demeanor
had
was different.
The hat, the
and he
trench
just
coat.
communicated, I get shit done, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, and he's never really threatening anybody like hardcore. He's just like, no, this is the way it's gonna be.
He has a threatening aura.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
just feel it.
Like, like if you walk by that, you'd be like, oh shit. Like, and just keep going. Like, you
Yeah.
don't want to be near him
Avert
because he
your
would
eyes.
fucking break you.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Like, cause he's a lawyer slash like, I mean,
Hitman.
yeah, just
Right.
everything. He's in all trades, like,
Yeah.
I'll kill him, I'll sue him, I'll fuck them up. Like,
And he's like the cleaner,
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
doing it all. But honestly, can we just take a moment for every single performance?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
not that
No,
I'm
yes,
surprised
yes.
because the Flaniverse is just chock full of incredible actors, but like every single part. And I feel like a lot of these characters have played like really sweet, kind of wholesome, lost characters in other Flanagan properties.
Mhm.
So to see everybody just be so fucked up and evil, I loved it.
I don't know, I don't know if I've seen her in anything else, but the actress that played his wife, that like,
She's from Midnight Club.
okay, but she just communicated just so like sad and just like pushed away from the kids, and like every scene with her is just like her just like
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the new wife.
yeah, she's in Midnight Club. And
Okay.
she's in the first episode, first segment of the new Creepshow series. She's the girl that brings the monster.
No shit. No, that's the oldest daughter.
No, the new wife, the one that's on like.
Oh, you're fucking right. Goddamn,
Yeah.
it's both of them.
Which is fucked up because I feel bad for her because she was played an American girl on the new Creepshow series season, but her Irish accent is so fucking thick that it comes through.
But
Oh, yeah.
am I wrong
yeah.
that the woman in that Creepshow episode is also the oldest daughter? I could be wrong. So they're both in it,
Well,
possibly.
the oldest daughter is
the one that's killed with the glass.
no, shit! It is. It's Tammy.
Yeah.
The girl.
I haven't seen the new Creepshow.
No, but Tammy and Usher.
Tamerlane, yeah.
Tamerlane, yeah. She's
Yeah.
she, but also
I just
Midnight
realized
Mass,
that. Holy
also,
shit.
And she was I hated her more than I've ever hated anyone in Midnight Mass.
Yes.
Like,
Oh. I
unbelievable.
don't know. I kind of hated her in this too. She was a
Me
bitch.
too. But I loved that he gave her that weird cuck fantasy.
Yeah,
That was really
he loved her. He's
interesting.
like, I did this for you.
Yeah.
And she just fuck you.
I
Yeah.
love it where she
Bitch.
has these lapses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's literally like,
micro
go,
sleep, micro naps.
and she's
Yeah.
just like, go fuck off, you piece of shit. And then she stops and she goes, I'm sorry, I've been under stress. And she apologizes and then turns and he's gone. And like he's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
And like all that.
And the keys were on the counter. You're
all
like,
her
oh,
coming
shit.
to terms is wasted because she fucking zoned out after she went the fuck off on him and he's like, bye-bye.
Now, that one is actually, obviously, because the launch is called Goldbug, which is weirdly, outside of The Raven, like one of the most popular Poe, people know that story.
It's one of the only ones I haven't read.
Yeah, right. And that's what I hear from people.
Either.
But like, if you read like anything, people like it's a popular one for people to read, and I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have guessed it. It's just a treasure hunt, basically. It's like a dark treasure hunt. So I don't really get, unless the treasure is the prize at the end of the launch. I don't really. This one didn't kind of flow as well for me as how that particular story was adapted. And I mean, I think overall for me, it's probably one of the weaker episodes of because
her death was so sick though.
Her death was satisfying, but like I think if I rewatch it, I might just kind of watch the micro naps when she loses her shit at the event. I'm like, I don't really.
I think it's more awkward than anything else.
And I hate that. See, I hate that. It makes me fucking anxious, dude.
When she
I hate that shit.
When she thinks they're playing the footage of her with and she's like freaking out and smashing TVs. And goddamn, if she doesn't throw that fucking mic stand, and who doesn't fucking hit after literally her, quote unquote stepmom is like look at the boxes like, I hope this one doesn't have poo in it, and then she's the one that gets hit with the fucking mic stand.
Not only this poor woman, she's also like a human drug pincushion.
Yeah,
right.
For the fucking Roderick,
and when she
doped her up.
I think I want to get off it. He's like, well, you can, but you're gonna be in excruciating pain for 3+ years.
Right.
Like it literally like. I like you as my junkie. You're my junkie. Don't get off my shit.
Yeah. Oh, I will say, I love how he utilized that in the House of Usher to do a parody of Purdue Pharma and OxyContin.
Right.
Fucking amazing.
Fucking brilliant.
And when you get to the last episode and just the rain turns into the amount, and she's like, we could just stay in the, we just did the United States, that's one thing, but along the world. And then the body's just coming down.
Yep.
And then I didn't realize till I watched it the second time, you see them coming down, but they're just piling up.
Yeah, they're piling up at the bottom. Yeah.
I didn't really notice that the first time, and they're just everywhere. That was such an amazing effect.
And I love how he drilled that home even harder home for people, because there's already been Dope Sick that's come out, and people are still like, oh, really? That happened? I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I feel like it's trendy right now, which is so gross that, Dope Sick came out and then Netflix did their own show that was very similar to Dope Sick. And now they have that new movie with Emily Blunt that just came out that's exactly like Dope Sick. And so I kind of read, before I watched that movie, I was like, let me just see what people are saying about it. Because, I watched Dope Sick.
Yeah.
And basically everyone's like, stop retreading the same ground unless you're going to do something new with it to really drive the point home, because nobody's going to do it better than Dope Sick. This was the most original way you could do it. And I mean, literally, when you were talking about the bodies falling, I got chills again.
Yeah. Like he could have done it anyway.
Visceral.
He could have made them millionaires off of anything.
Yep.
What do you use? Fucking Big Pharma.
And
brilliant.
Yeah.
And literally, what's her name? That the main protagonist.
Verna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, I've dealt with a lot of people, but your body, like your numbers are pretty impressive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like she's literally giving props. Like you killed a lot of motherfuckers, and I've dealt with some fucked up people.
Yeah. That was. Speaking of Verna, anyone notice the
anagram?
Raven?
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute.
I did too. I liked that because everything was just so thoughtful. Every single detail was so thoughtful. Like there's not a detail that he took lightly. You know,
not at all. I really can't think of one.
Her showing up right before each kid's death was just perfect. And the way, like, especially the chimp
Rue Morgue. I was about to say, when she's acting like an ape, you're like, what the fuck?
She's talking,
and
then she like reveals her chest, and then like she pulls the camera, the pulling the phone up, and as she pulls the phone up, I was like, that's fucking awesome.
At first, I was like, what the hell is this chick doing?
Right.
It didn't kick to me, and then I was like, I remember I paused it, and I went to get some water or something, and I came back because the scene hadn't gotten that in depth, right? So it wasn't like I paused it at a crucial part of it. And then I noticed Rue Morgue, and I was like, oh. And I'm like, okay. And did you notice that the RUE is the Roderick Usher experimental?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? And they joke about it being the Rue Morgue, and I'm like, this is so fucking thoughtful. There's no better word. It's just it's like he put every ounce of things he could.
Right.
It's not
that
forced.
he loves. Exactly.
It's not forced. It makes sense. You're just like, yeah, there you go.
Also, like, the fact that like almost every single character is queer is really cool and didn't seem forced at all. And speaking of which, I do think we need to talk about the most important piece of the show by far. And that is that Carla Gugino is so fucking hot.
Yes.
It's sickening. And I feel like she's so underappreciated as an actor, but also as just like crazy fucking hot. She looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, when we did our Netflix and King episode, I think it was like our second King episode.
Yeah.
We bring that up in Gerald's game. I was like, oh, she's in that One Piece? Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But also Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah.
Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yep.
She's just
but
gorgeous.
Her ability in this, because like she is very seductive in the party, but then she's so like when she's the patient for the heart transplant, she's so like
homely. She makes you like punch her hair up.
Like, yeah. Like it just every different character she's playing these roles, and I thought she did an amazing job.
Totally.
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's a good way to segue into what do we think she is?
Satan.
Do we think she's, because some people say she's Satan
she makes one
or just
reference,
a demon.
Well, she makes a reference of going, I had to come up here to see this.
Right.
Like, and that kind of gives you the idea. And
that she is Satan.
I mean, they're pretty much selling their souls.
Exactly.
But there's a theory going around too that she might be like a force of nature, like Mother Earth.
I heard about
and
that
so
too.
like she's trying to balance. She's balancing things.
I kind of I took it as like they literally make a deal with the devil.
Oh no, it's like crossroad deal. It's a crossroads deal. That seems the most obvious.
Yeah.
And the little Easter egg. I don't know if you noticed in the bar scene. Oh, you haven't seen it yet. I think you said you haven't either. The Oculus mirror is in that bar scene.
Oh yeah, no.
When they first sit at the bar and you just see them, the Roderick and Madeline here, dead center is the Oculus mirror.
Shit.
Yeah.
I love when they get the information after
it's in every one of his properties.
After they identify her face and it goes back. Have a little fun with the people that she's been around that's influenced them.
Not like, so good things like that pictures. Yeah, you're just like, oh, that's why that happened.
She's been there all along.
And there was a couple people that she was associated with more recent times that I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Brett Kavanaugh or whatever. I was like,
that was so funny.
And I love how she goes into that when she brings Roger back to life. She's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
No. And she's like, I forget what she says, but she alludes to like, I've worked, I've been around a lot of powerful people. Meanwhile, the jingling starts getting louder from the fucking cat, the jester, Amontillado right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like,
so
God,
cool.
Like I said, they double layered that shit.
They really did.
That story, because like, it actually happened in The Raven, but they set you up like when he sees in the limo and falls out, in episode 2? I'm like, the jester. I'm like, oh, that's right, because Fortunato was the guy who got put behind in the wall, wasn't it? That's where the company name came from. The name Fortunato was part of Cask of Amontillado. Right. It was the guy who got put in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, again, just
thoughtful. So many layers.
God.
So many layers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And wait, so Hunter, have you not seen Midnight Club?
No.
Okay, well, I can't wait for you to watch it because you were talking about how like sweet and sad the new wife is.
Yeah.
Her character in Midnight Club is 500 pounds of rage in that tiny little body.
Oh, shit.
She is the angriest character.
Yeah.
And she's honestly like
just so
horrible
sad
for most
in this
of it.
one. You just feel so bad. So yeah, I definitely want to see.
Wait till you see that because her range is unbelievable, and she gets to use her real accent, so that's good too. It's a lot about her, missing her leg, which the actress is in real life.
Oh really?
Yeah. Okay. If you remember in Creepshow, she's missing her leg. She's wearing a prosthetic.
God damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She's wearing a prosthetic in this one, too. It was pretty... I felt like it was obvious from time to time, but also I was looking for it.
That one long walk when she's been alone in the house for a while and Tammy comes over, you see it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other walking scenes, I think they're kind of mindful.
Yeah. They also incorporated into her story because she's like, got into a car accident, lost my leg.
Yeah, they did that too. Yeah.
Your dad shows up and was amazed.
Ligodone?
Yeah.
Ligodone? Yeah. Fucking Oxycontin, gotta do it.
Yep, seriously.
Oh, fuck opiates.
But all her scenes are just so awkward too, because like when they have
the family hates her.
When they have the family dinner and she says something, they're just like, shut the fuck up. Like they literally, she's not even allowed to talk because all the kids are talking. New mom, or wherever the fuck you are, you don't get to say shit. All right, like
they throw out some fucked up like drug addict slurs and shit. I'm like, damn.
I know.
But you hear that before you understand that she's taken like, I don't know what, like almost a bottle every 2 days or some shit. You don't realize that. You just think they're just being dicks. You're like, oh no, you really are.
Well, because she was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
So you're like that. Wow,
her tolerance is like, oh yeah, this is a new heroin. Yeah.
Basically.
But it's like the greatest advertising that our shit doesn't. Look how much she's had, and she has no deed. See,
right.
She looks totally healthy.
Yeah, and she's my wife. Like, what a weird PR move to make. Like, oh, your tolerance is awesome. Marry me. Like,
that's fucked up.
Speaking of wives, I really like how they incorporated Annabelle Lee into his first wife, because Annabelle Lee in Poe is the purity.
Yep.
She's always described as angelic,
the
and
lost
pure,
love,
and the lost love, and the way that they write Annabelle in this story is she is his voice of reason, and once he doesn't have her, that's when everything goes completely wrong, and he's doing nothing positive. Because he keeps talking about wanting to do positive change in the world. He's done nothing positive for the world.
Nothing.
He is only about death and destruction.
Yep.
And I think that's because he lost Annabelle.
Yeah.
You know.
I also appreciate how his kids are all assholes, and just so you know how much assholes they are, literally the youngest invites the wife of his brother is like, you should come to the fuck party. Yeah, come to, here's a burner phone. Yeah. Come to the fuck party. And he's like, I'm going to fuck my brother's wife.
Is that Perry?
Like, yeah, Perry. And you're just like, wow. Like, there's a level of fucked up, and there's a level of like, my goal this year is to fuck my brother's wife.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, and it's a fuck party. So he's fucking everybody, but he's like, I want her there.
Yeah.
He's definitely, I feel like, the worst of the children. I mean, like, just...
Oh, man, that's a tough
Hold on. I meant as far as, like, the other ones still kept, like, some sort of, like, regulation around themselves when it came to, like, the family. But, like I said, his give a fucks, like, just didn't know they know new bounds.
Oh, no.
You know, who the fuck goes and just fucking sister-in-law to come to my sex party?
And then gave her a burner. Like, that's the thing, too. He's just like, here, just use this phone.
No, they're all fucked up.
That's how, by the way, that's how rich is you have spare phones just to hand out to people. Like, this one, I
know I said millions, but we might be pushing billions. That's like that's like wealth.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
not rich. That's wealth.
I don't know. I was pretty fucked up about Kate Siegel's character. What was she, Camille?
Camille, yeah.
Yeah, her fuck employees. Really fucking uncomfortable.
That whole thing was just, that whole conversation they had was just, weird. It just,
weird.
It was, she's like, okay, well, fuck, if you guys are in love, I guess we can't do this. Get the fuck out.
And she's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
You fell in love. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but she has just no humanity.
Katie Seagal, though, amazing
just
fucking actress.
Yeah, she is amazing.
She has such range, like, because again, I just watched Hush and like completely opposite character.
Speaking of Hush, did you guys catch the Hush mask at the orgy?
Yes.
Yeah, did you catch that?
Actually, Parker pointed out. We were watching that, and he's like,
so
dude,
rad.
that's a fucking Hush mask. I was like, holy shit.
There's so many Easter eggs in this fucking show. That's why I said, like, I can't wait to watch it a second time. Like, because I felt like I got like a bit, right? Got a chunk of the meat, and I'm like, now I'm ready to go back for a little steak, because I know there's more in there, right? Like
I'm ready to rewatch. I'm ready to reread all of Poe.
No shit.
Yeah.
There's a Ouija board.
Yep.
In their room.
I saw that.
Yeah. And there's one other one that I remembered. Fuck.
I remembered one too. There was
Pendulum on Vic's shelf.
They're also watching.
That's The Raven. No, they're watching that movie. Is The Raven? That's a skit from The Raven, The Pit in the Pit. Yeah,
I thought. No, okay, I was gonna say I know they were watching it,
and they scroll through in Gerald's game.
Yeah,
that's right. That's what it was. Yeah. That was so funny.
But it is the Pit and the Pendulum segment of the movie The Raven.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking rad.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so good.
But when I started this out, I really enjoyed the first episode. Like, setting up, and I was like, all right. But it was, again, that second episode, and you get to the end. And I was like, because it was good, and it had this creepiness, it had very Poe feel, but I was like, it was that end with the fucking acid shower, and I was like, oh, okay, we're to go in there, and just like, it's almost like a scene out of fucking Society, where the people's flesh is just melting.
I'm sorry, could you imagine the smell?
Oh,
like
man.
in there,
and just in case you have that image, and people are getting burned and melting and shit, and then that ends. And then you get to the, and then you have where she puts the mask on, fade to credits. Get to the next episode, and there's our dude, Mark Hamill's character.
Arthur Pym.
Arthur. And he walks in, and I mean, it's not that long, but you just, like, you could smell it almost, like just melted flesh and just all these bodies.
So
and like, just seeing that aftermath after everything is slowed down and just dead silence. was amazing.
Which I got to give the bio team, they did a good job when Henry Thomas went back in there, because I didn't see any, like, I figured I'd see, like,
they
flesh
really
stains. They kind of really scrubbed it on up.
I would say for a building just getting demolished, they
clean the shit
scrubbed the shit out of that. I mean, you probably just kind of just shove it all.
Oh,
to power washer to that shit.
That's a great one of the kids. The actual legitimate. I mean, I say legitimate. They called the rest of them bastards, except for Freddie and Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Thomas's performance in this.
Fuck, dude.
His slow descent into like madness with like, where the fuck is his phone coming from? Like, it was.
They had that family dinner and they're already kind of shit talking Freddie, but he does so much with just his movements and his gestures that you could just tell he's kind of a pushover, and they have nicknames for him.
Yep.
So like Henry Thomas did a great job of, before that, just like the arms by his side, kind of just like that. When he is the last one and he's like, now I've got power. God damn it. People are going to listen to me. And you're like, no. And he can't handle that. Again, his wife went to a fucking orgy to fuck his brother. Like, and takes it out in the most fucked up way possible.
Yeah. Watching him pop when you know that it's coming was just so satisfying to watch. It was just like, I felt like I was on the edge of my seat for those last few episodes for like, when is he really going to pop? And I mean, it was happening, and then he pulled her teeth out. And I was like, okay, well, here we go.
When he's like, let's bring her back to the house. She shouldn't be in the hospital. He just bring her back. We'll get experts. And like, daughter keeps asking, he's like, they were here when you were at school. They're and like, but he's also, by the way, like getting fucking fucked up on coke.
And like, I mean, a lot of coke.
So he's like coke. bad lying to everybody,
coked out,
coked out,
fucking freaking out about and
the scene where he after he's pulled his wife's teeth out and he's on the phone and then he's trying to play hardball with the demolition guys. He's like, well, you can do it, or I'll fucking come down there and pull your teeth out. Like, like.
Come on, dude. I love that little Verna pull in right there. How like she's like, I usually don't like to interfere, but this was too good.
Yep.
Yeah.
When she's laying there next to him, you're like, oh, you dirty.
Yep.
dirty.
Totally.
But I wondered why he paused. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And when in the moment of the episode, he's on the phone and then he just stops. And he's just looking. And that's when she's like, notice he lost track and put the
paralyzing agent.
Does his wife see her behind him?
I don't know if they allude to that or not.
Because she looks like, when she's looking, like all of a sudden there's like a calmness on her face. If you pick up on that, like she almost sees her, and just because if you look at it, she just all of a sudden, like, there's not terror, but just kind of like, all right, So I'm curious if like she saw that, was like, okay,
I need to keep notes of this so when I rewatch it. Like,
he's about to get fucked up some way. Like,
nice. Yeah, I want to check that out, because
me too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's all in the eyes, man.
I remember her looking relieved when they do the flashback and she sees him switch the drugs.
Yeah,
and take the wrong drug. I remember that. But no, I'll have to look at that specific scene, because I remember when it happened. I'm like, what? Did he like glitch? Like, what the fuck happened? I
love that little girl that plays their daughter too. She was so sweet in this. She was so sweet in Midnight Mass.
Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep, I don't think that's not the same paralyzed girl from Midnight Mass, is it? I thought it might have been. No, it's a different actress.
Yeah, I think it's a different actress.
Yeah,
but she was a Dr.
The shining kid. She was the kid that he went for in Dr. Sleep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe I was mixing that up. Yeah, but I love her.
No, I thought the same thing at first. I'm like,
oh, really?
Is that her? And I'm like, no, okay, it's not her. When I was watching it.
Yeah.
The way she goes out and this comfort, like you're gonna have to fucking die, but let me tell you what you're gonna inspire. I thought that was really fucking cool. Like you're gonna die, but your death is gonna save millions of lives.
Yeah.
Oh, I cried so much.
That's another thing about like why I think it was wise they named her. She was the Lenore character, because again, Lenore, you go on the Raven. That was again this angelic, pure, innocent.
The only good one of the bunch.
Yeah, only good one of the bunch.
Yep.
Oh man, and when he keeps checking his phone and he's like, it's just her again. And then he reveals that there was a that program that, and it's just doing nonsense. He's like, it's just nonsense. And he looks at his phone and
nevermore.
Oh.
He knows.
It's just like random shit like that.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
Roderick knows. It's like, she's dead, but I'm getting text from the
AI. Yeah.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
No. Can we talk? You remember the scene when how the bodies get introduced, and like when Perry's you see him in the corner, and he even says like, "No, just my son's here."
Oh, he's talking to Augustus?
and he keeps getting closer until he's like right in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there were some solid jump scares in this.
Oh,
yeah. When the one falls.
Yeah, I was going to say, when he falls.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Or the one where he's literally talking to Augustus, and all of a sudden Augustus' chest just starts bleeding.
Yeah.
Bleeding.
Yeah.
Like,
God.
So good.
Yeah.
And he becomes so used to it by the like end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just sitting around the table, all dead, just looking at him, and he's like, "Yeah." Like he's just accepted.
Right.
Like,
Well, what choice he has? He made the deal.
Yeah.
He knew it was gonna like the fact he was trying to fight it.
Right.
Never made sense to me. It's like,
I
dude,
agree.
you sat there and made like.
Well, that's what it
like,
is about powerful people, is that
They
they have
truly believe
God
they're invincible.
complexes.
And he I think blew it off more than his sister did.
No,
I
Maddie
think
was paying attention.
She was taking notes, and like when he's like, "We need to take care of this board thing," she's like, "No, we need to take care of her. Like, this is the more important thing."
Yeah, 100% was, and well, he didn't,
And he literally became the person that he took down and buried, to word for word when he's like, "Get the troops together." Like, I can't remember the exact dialogue, but the exact
Griswold, right? Griswold was his name.
Yeah.
But he literally uses the same terminology when he's just like, like, "Get them all together. Let's do this now." Like, and I was just like, he turned exactly into the person he fucking hated.
He did. And by the way, when they're burying him and that one brick says, "You're so small."
Oh.
I was like, God damn it. It's just so good.
Oh, how'd they
So
start that
good.
episode, by the way? What song cue did they use?
Another brick in the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first episode. Yeah.
But I'm saying little
hints,
things like that.
So amazing. One of the really small details of the show that I felt like was way more important than it usually would be, and also super impactful, was all of the scenes of him and what's the other guy, the lawyer?
August.
Yeah. Him and August sitting there in the dark telling these stories. The lighting
Just
was
fireplace.
unbelievable.
Fucking
It
fireplace.
was so perfect
Yeah.
for the way that the scene was set. It was so incredible. And then in the burial scene, honestly, I felt like it was such a pitch perfect way to end the show, is August just kind of looking at the burial scene and then being like, "I'm going home to my fucking family."
Yeah, I'm richer than you ever were, and then when she comes in and drops the
tokens,
stones and
the tokens at each one, that was pretty fucking cool.
But I like how when he turns around, the Raven's there, because when the fall after the house falls, he sees her.
Yeah,
and then it's it's so good,
so good.
But yeah, it was a perfect ending. And it's just like a glimpse. Like at the end of it, it turns out to like in her world, this was just another glimpse.
Yep.
And like that's the way the ending made it seem. It's like here it is, and all right, now off to this.
Well, there's never a shortage of terrible people.
That's true.
Unfortunately, so she's able to just kind of keep it pushing,
keep on working,
keep on keeping on. Like this was just a day in the life for her. Now she can go on to the next monster piece of shit out there.
But she did say there were some good ones, though.
Yeah, she did.
She did say there were some. She had made some deals with some good people.
That's true, which I appreciated.
I do.
I don't think we saw any photos of any good people, but
Yeah, she apparently,
Oh, and I love how she tries to make a deal with goddamn Mark Hamill's character
Arthur.
That was an amazing scene. He's like,
I
don't really. No.
Yeah.
She like fucks with him because she's like begging, and then he wraps her up, and then she's like, "Oh, yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Now let's sit down and actually talk like adults."
Yeah.
And then she's like,
he called the cleaning crew and everything.
and she's like, "Okay, are you done? Let's actually talk." And she's like, "You've done so much shit." She's like, "I'll work a deal out with you," and he's like, "Now I'll take my punishment."
Yeah, because he's like, I don't like people having leverage over me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, and he has nothing to her to leverage.
And he has
no family, no
That's
nothing.
What I'm saying. He's literally set it up there. There's nothing to leverage in any way.
Well, that's the thing about that character that I really, really appreciated, is that all of these other people were living in fucking delusion land, right? And don't think that they're doing anything wrong. They're good people, even though they're human monsters. That dude knew exactly who the fuck he was.
Exactly.
Like, he was all about it. He reminded me of Mike from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah. Mike,
so much.
Yes,
exactly.
He knew exactly
really
what he was doing.
That's exactly.
Mike knew exactly who he was, what he could do, and what he will do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I felt like it was honestly kind of like people watching for him to be with this family all the time, because he was the only one that knew what the fuck was up.
And
you know, like he's cleaning up all their messes, literally.
Yeah.
And you could say he was set up to be with the Ushers because as she made the deal, she says, you'll never get in trouble. Like you'll never. And here comes this person who literally has worked out where there are no boundaries.
Right.
Like kids fuck up, they're out of jail.
Yep.
They, this, like we were saying, he literally picks up a piece of evidence and goes, this is ours.
Yeah. And they
And like, I guess so. Where like, so it was almost like he was sent by her to be there for the Ushers as their get out of jail free card.
But when when August gave the false accusation that there was a rat in the family, you remember at the dinner they're looking through all his shit. I'm like, y'all, you motherfuckers are dirty. They thought it was him first. Well, that he's a weird one. Like he cleans up your fucking shit, literally scoops up your shit like it's a litter box.
Literally.
Fuck.
One of the other things I thought was really cool about that, like, no repercussions for your actions, was the fact that all of these horrible monster people had like loving, supportive partners.
Yeah.
I don't remember the character's name, but Raul Coley, my boyfriend, I love. His boyfriend on the show was like a human angel. So wonderful.
What was his name in the damn? Leo. Napoleon or something was his name, right?
Even Perry had those two friends that he was fucking that were like so supportive of everything he did.
Vic's Alessandra, her girlfriend.
Exactly.
Like, holy shit.
The husband doing the cuck fantasy when he never wanted to do it to begin with. He actually loved her.
I mean, even Roderick's wife, he was like just still a drug addict, even though he markets her as not being one. Like she was doing that for him. Like, you saved my life. I mean, everyone has people they love the shit out of them.
And it was only when their like, repercussions were coming back to pay them when all the partners started to turn, because that's like when Henry Thomas's wife was like, maybe I will fuck your brother. Like all the cracks and all the facades were happening.
Yeah.
Or like when, his boyfriend's going down and literally that's when he freaks out because of the blood and in the most awkward position to jump and like, doesn't he like almost break his nose?
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Especially because we open on him having a girl going down on him, and then immediately you're like, oh, cool, he was cheating. Like the minute we meet him.
Yeah.
Because, again, all these kids are assholes.
Horrible.
Fucking terrible.
Horrible.
And I love how the one that had the husband that did the play acting, and literally her paranoia where she keeps seeing that one girl over and over again, and she's so offended that he would cheat on her.
Yeah.
Right,
even though
It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's the whole
it's not
point.
cheating if it's in front of.
Yeah.
If it's not in front. If
But
it's in
she's
front
like,
of me, it's not cheating.
you're keeping
like,
this a secret from me, and that's I can't have. I
Right.
have to have the control.
Right. I also thought it was such a cool thing that she was so inhuman that she wanted him and like the girls to have human scenes, like have dinner, talk about your days. I was like, whew,
that's
a level of fucking.
So what'd you do today,
robotic.
honey? And she's just handing down the pants, and he's like, oh, talk about your day at work. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking weird.
Because she's
But
probably
he did
never
it.
cared about his
So
day at
like
work.
that's
No.
literally all right. So it's Thursday. We're gonna talk about my day at work,
Right.
and you're gonna make dinner for me. And we'll sit there while my actual wife is sitting on the side, just diddling herself. So
Well, she even said, like, I built you. I created you.
I selected you.
I
She said, I
selected you.
selected
That's what it was.
you.
I
Between
selected
you
you.
and somebody else.
So, I mean, she is the most robotic. I don't even know if that's the right word. I feel like it should be like a more mechanical word than robotic to describe her.
Oh yeah,
Like, she had no heart.
totally.
Holy fuck. Like, to just say, like, I selected you. You are not to get blah, blah. I'm like, how do you. The man didn't even want to do this shit, and he did it for you.
Yeah.
Like.
And he's just like a sweet, dumb jock,
Yeah.
Like all of these partners were so much better than the monsters that they were with, and none of them seemed to like care about the money. So I really liked that detail, because it's so easy for shitty people to surround themselves with shitty people, but having that juxtaposition with their partner, I thought was really, really well done.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
And you think the one that gets killed by the chimps,
Camille,
Victorine. Oh wait, no, Camille.
yeah, isn't that something she probably would have sent her two assistants to do themselves? But because they, she had to be shitty and they quit, then she's doing her own dirty work, which then in turn,
'cause it was Vic was the one that had the monkeys, but Camille was trying to turn her in. Fucking shitty people.
Terrible.
But I'm saying more likely that would have been stuff that she would add her sister. But they quit, so she's like, fine, I'll just fucking do it myself.
And Vernon's like, all right, I'm going to use this.
I love, by the way, the next day you see her car just like, just not even in a parking space, just pulled up like a fucking asshole would do. And then as the two people are walking in, they're like, that's weird, some random ass car. And then you just see the blood stains and the blood trails. Yeah. Ooh. She got fucked up.
And actually, Murders on the Rue Morgue was one of my top, not my favorite, but one of my top Poe. I remember reading that and I was like, that was such a surprise to me at the ending that it was among. I'm like, holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 9th or 10th grade when we read. That was when I actually read in school for school, and that ending just blew me away.
Yeah.
It was one.
Do you realize, Lowdown, the significance of me being on this episode is my first Mouths of Madness? Ooh, tricky question. My
English
very
teacher?
first, no, that's true. My very first GUI episode ever was Poe.
Oh shit!
5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I met you for the very first time.
That's right. Because didn't we have who we had on that?
It was
I remember.
Was it a cop?
No,
Audrey.
Audrey. It was Audrey. Yeah, because the episode I remember the name for GUI Nights was Breathe the Consumption. Was it what was it?
Oh, like Breathe Consumption on Me,
yeah,
Daddy,
something like that. Yeah.
Horribly upsetting.
Holy shit! That was
That's crazy.
Lane. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I'd never met you. I'd never been on the show.
Oh, so that makes even fucking
wow.
I know. I was like, ooh, it
had
kind of
to be
significant.
I think what I told Mike after that was like, she can riff, all right.
Oh, because I was like messing with him on the show, and you were like, okay, yes, that's what I wanted.
The secret of being comfortable with this is my first episode I went on with Kyle Smash, and I just directly was like, well, I just make fun of him all the time. There's just a microphone in front of me to do it. Okay, cool. And it was on a subject that was so close to his heart.
Star Wars, right? Yeah.
No, it was Batman.
Superman?
It was Superman, Batman,
That's
Superman.
right. Kyle was on Star Wars before. I thought, yeah.
But no, that was the first one I was on, and he was I was like, well, this will just be easy. I'm just going to pick on Kyle, and it's about Superman, so it'll be even easier.
Yeah,
so
I forgot. Yeah, that's the episode I had to take over because Mike got a little too wasty.
It happens.
I mean, the Star Wars episode, I puked and
the Justice League one is the one where you had to take over. Because that's
Justice
one
League,
where he's leaning into the mic.
Oh no,
we always talk about that one.
No, that does make it even more awesome, folks.
I know, right?
First Madness episode, amazing thing to talk about. Finally, glad to have you on. I think you were the last showrunner. I think that still hadn't been on.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone else has been on. Yeah, Mike twice.
Well, honestly, in all fairness,
Kyle twice. Yeah.
It's kind of like a running joke on everything that I'm ever on because of the nature of like the GUI shows is that I was raised super religious, and so I haven't seen so much stuff. So I feel like I'm honestly just getting into horror in the last like couple years because I didn't grow up with it. Like it just. I don't know. I watched it from time to time, but now I'm really like falling in love with it. So
that is an amazing thing because there's the storytelling in horror can be done so well. And this is great because I know as a reader, like this touches that note too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks, we're gonna be wrapping it up here soon about the Fall of the House of Usher. There is one thing I do want to give this props for is the way he ended The Raven. With literally the ending of the Fall of the House of Usher. Because in the story, remember, he's got Madeline in the basement.
Yeah.
Right.
In the actual story. And the fact that he mummified her and put her in the basement in this, I was like, holy shit.
He's so casual, too.
Dude,
when it comes to Lenore's texting, when it comes to his sister in the basement, he's just like, oh, that's just her. And like he knows, like, he killed her, and she's rubbing around there. Like, he's just so, like, exhausted. Like he's just like that's her. Don't worry about it.
And then house fall. She comes out. They both die. And then August gets out, and then you just see the house fall. I was like, dude, that is verbatim.
Yeah,
Fall of the House of Usher.
Yep.
And she jumped on him just like their mom. Jumped and choked out their dad.
Yeah.
God, so good. We could talk about this for hours.
There's so much more. That's why you guys we've touched pretty much everything. Loosely, and that's just because this is literally could be like a 2-parter episode.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
I think
like
people
a 10-parter episode.
kind of pick up on the passion of all of us talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I've watched it for the most part a second time. Y'all plan to. I mean, like,
absolutely.
Yeah. It kind of shows there's so much there.
And like, I really hope this turns a whole new generation on to Poe.
Yeah, me too.
Really, I really do because he is one of those authors that he never should be truly dead.
No.
What he gave, like just like Lovecraft, like what they gave the world and like were broke as fuck. Like if they were allowed to get residuals right now, like you know what I mean, they'd be millionaires.
Yeah, seriously.
So like just people need to keep reading Poe.
Yeah,
you can tell this was a passion project for Flanagan's, and that's what's cool is 100%. That like obviously he was probably huge in the King. He took on Gerald's Game, a movie that people said you can't make that.
No, he did.
And then I feel like he took the passion. He's like, you can't modernize Poe. He said, the fuck I can't.
I got you.
Here you go.
Yeah, hold my beer. Like crushed it. 100%.
Absolutely crushed it. And Stephen King has said that he like really approves of everything Flanagan has done with his work, right?
Yes, yeah.
Which I know is not always the case for King.
No, it's not. He does not like Kubrick.
Oh no.
But he liked Dr. Sleep. See?
Right.
I would say to me, the magic Flanagan did was Dr. Sleep, where he took a movie that, and if you're a fan of the Shining movie, good. If you're a fan of the Dr. Sleep book, and he made it into one whole thing.
Now, see, what he did with the Dr. Sleep book is he made it so I never have to read that book again. I can just watch the movie.
Yeah.
That book's not that good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The ending's really dumb.
But there's references in the book.
But
I never read the book, and it seemed like exactly a sequel to The Shining, Kubrick Shining.
Exactly. Yeah. He a movie that he walked that line, man. He fucking walked that line, dude. Man, I want to meet that man, just shake his hand. Literally.
I know, honestly.
Like,
why is he showing up at the cons? Come on,
well, dude. If he went,
we'll start sending him some emails. Hey, Mike, you can come to the East Coast, please.
Just get him on the show. That's easier.
Totally.
Again,
I wonder, remotely.
We're all gonna be the kid from fucking Christmas Story. Like, I like your movies. Yeah, you're pretty cool.
I honestly, I know that this isn't the Flaniverse episode, and hopefully, if people like me on this one, I've already called dibs on the Flaniverse episode, so suck it if you didn't.
Fair.
But I would love to see him because Midnight Mass, like, as somebody with traumatic childhood upbringing, religious shit, I feel like it healed part of that, like, in a crazy way. So I would absolutely love to see him.
How he transformed that, again, not the Flaniverse episode, but how he transformed that into a fucking vampire story.
Crazy as hell.
Like,
and just
mind blown.
Honestly, the best interpretation, in my opinion, of fanaticism I've ever seen on screen. Like, I don't think anybody could do it as good as he did it. Like, cult mentality.
This isn't a Flanagan. We're still fanboys.
Still fanboy.
I know. I'm sorry.
I know this isn't the specific one, but goddamn, he's fucking badass.
I know. I just want to talk about Midnight Mass all the time.
I mean,
we will be covering then.
We've done Midnight Mass was GUI did Midnight Mass. We did Haunting of Hill House. Dr. Sleep, now Fallout. Like, he's been getting covered throughout. Since Madness has been a podcast, we've been covering his shit.
Who the fuck was on the Midnight Mass episode? Why wasn't it me?
It was GUI. It was me. I think something to do with the school.
Oh.
Wait. No?
Fucking school.
Yeah, you were still in school.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. You were still in
grad school.
when that came out. Yeah. Because I remember I moved to this house in 2020, and you were still in. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. All right, folks, but that does wrap it up for Fall the House of Usher. We all recommend you go watch it. Please go read Poe. And if you watch it and then you read Poe, then go back and rewatch it. Because you will be like, holy fuck.
And if you're not into the Flaniverse, grow up. Get into it. What the hell?
I'd say even if you haven't read Poe and you watch it, if you're like, wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Just scope that shit out. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Watch it, and then if you like it, try reading Poe if you're a reader. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, it should turn you on to want to read that stuff if you like what he did, because this would not exist if it wasn't for Poe.
And then you pick up other references, like the Simpsons episode where Lisa yells the beating of his heart and they're hiding the school project. You'll go, oh, okay.
I know what that
now
is.
I know.
I remember I read that in school, too. Like, I doubt they're giving kids that to read now.
Not as much.
I don't remember I think Mike mentioned Poe, but not like, unless he just didn't dig it, which I doubt. And
it sucks because I remember when I was in school, all the kids that were like, oh, I hate reading. I feel like all of them were like, okay, this is pretty cool, about like all the Poe stories.
Like, this is all right, but don't make me read anything else.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
I'm like a raven. Oh. Where's my eyeliner?
Nevermore.
Yeah.
Right. Nevermore.
All right. So we'll be right back. Real quick, take a listen to what's going on in the GUI universe.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Mike the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Up.
My name is Amy Bogarde.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're going to fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots,
FU Hunter,
your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May
the schlock be with you.
All right, all the trailers you just heard, you can find every show at GUIPodcast.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. We recommend going to GUIPodcast.com because then you can go to our links page and then click our TeePublic link where you can go buy all the merch for all the shows under the network, plus tons of tangential ridiculousness.
So much shit.
Yeah, there's so much shit.
Yeah, and
a lot of that is from my show, so I do
that is also true. Yes.
There's a lot of fucked up shit on there that is from my twisted little brain.
Perfect holiday gifts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, holiday buy your mom a fucked up shirt.
Exactly. I mean, literally, you can get text alerts. They do a sale every weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend. Hoodies. Long sleeve shirts,
they're gonna have some crazy ass like Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
Exactly.
Deals.
Come on.
Definitely.
And I mean, there's the spooky designs are still up. I don't know if Mike's dropped there were a couple Christmas ones we had. I don't know if he's dropped.
He hasn't dropped those yet.
Yeah, so those will be coming out.
We're in
shortly.
Christmas denial.
I think we're thinking about some more Madness Boys designs.
Nice.
Dude, yes. No, I wanna. There's a couple local artists that I've recently met that I kind of wanna. Yeah. Maybe talk to you about drawing some stuff up.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, definitely look for that in 24, but that's coming down the pike. And all right, that's out of the way. It is time for
Stump the Host.
All right. Yeah, you first time getting to stump us on trivia, too.
I know. I feel as though some of my questions are too easy because we've kind of discussed the answers.
I forgot Norman Bates.
Oh, wow.
Once.
We've already discussed the answers to some of them, though. So, oops.
Now it's just memory time. And you know what? That's happened too. And we still fucking blank.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I also thought maybe there would be drinking. And so I was like, they might forget.
There usually is.
Usually is.
I know. It's weird.
I just didn't. I didn't have any Oktoberfest cold.
Oh,
is this our first sober full length?
Wow.
Maybe.
I think it might be. Wow.
Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm honored.
We might actually get all these correct. That's the problem. We still at the end of the show.
I don't know. We crush a trivia in bars, so I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah, never mind.
True. I'm just honored that you two wanted to deal with my personality sober. I'm so flattered.
You have been a fucking treat on this episode. So much fun. So much fucking fun.
You step in.
So rules, basically, if either of us don't know it, it's pretty much rapid fire, but the other person has a chance to steal it. So if they know it, look for them to answer.
Yeah,
don't just blurt out the answer.
Right. Okay.
Everyone gets, and if neither of us know it, then you know.
Do you like buzz in with your name or anything, or you just yell at the answer?
Usually you select the person, you can ask a question.
Yeah, so I'm currently in the lead by 2, I believe now.
I don't know how the fuck that happened, man.
I don't know.
I had a 4-1 lead in
I
there.
showed you my dick. You got nervous.
I don't know with that shit. So I've been drinking too much the episode. That's what it is.
Decide who goes first.
Okay.
And then so that's what we each. So if by 6 we have a clear leader, then that's it.
Okay.
The extras, because we have gone into double overtime basically.
Wow.
Mega overtime. Yeah.
So you get to decide who goes first.
Which is some of your victories where you're a little quicker on the draw.
That's right.
All right, I hit you with a couple softballs to begin, and then it gets a little more challenging. So I'm going to start with Hunter.
All right.
What 2 Stephen King properties has Mike adapted? Mike Flanagan.
Dr. Sleep, and Gerald's Game.
Correct.
All right.
I would have kicked you on the
I know.
like,
You were giving me that eye like, fuck this up.
that
You're in fucking trouble.
All right, lowdown.
Yeah.
How many Usher children are there in the show?
7.
Ooh, no.
No.
8.
Ooh, no.
Wait.
It's 6.
It's
really.
6.
It's 6.
Six?
Yeah, it's 6.
God damn it.
It's 6.
Did you
No,
put the
I
spouses in
was counting
the granddaughter?
the new wife?
and the new wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God damn it.
All right.
Aha.
Yeah. No. All right. So.
All right.
back
See?
to you.
Yeah.
All
You're
right,
in the lead.
Hunter. What was Mike Flanagan's first movie?
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
Oh, God
That's
damn
why I
it.
didn't ask you that.
Yeah, you can. I'll say Oculus because I know it's not it, and I can't think of what
I've
it
sent
is.
you.
Yes.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tied, bitch.
Oculus is his first like big mainstream movie.
But Absentia was his first. and
Actually,
it,
yeah.
dude, it is such a good low budget
I know, I
first
wanna
movie.
see
You need
it.
to watch that.
I
Yeah.
will.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, the actress who played Annabelle Lee plays the main character.
Oh, cool.
In Absentia. Yeah.
Nice.
It's the only other movie she's been in by Flanagan, which is cool that I know of. So
who do I ask now?
now, it's still
Still
my
you?
turn. Yeah, I
Okay.
just stole from him.
All right. Which state was both Edgar Allan Poe and Mike Flanagan born in? I asked Mike this and he got it wrong.
Oh, because if I get it wrong, then he's obviously going to use the other one. Fuck.
I don't know. He looks lost.
I'm going to say Richmond.
No.
Yeah.
It's a state, right?
It's a state.
State, Virginia. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
And I'm just going to go with Maryland.
Ooh, no.
Was Pennsylvania?
No.
Where was it?
Massachusetts.
Oh, fuck. He was born in
Poe's
Massachusetts.
from Boston and Mike Flanagan appropriately is from Salem.
Flanagan. God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I was so concentrated on the Poe, I completely forgot about the Flanagan part of that.
All right.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so.
All right, Hunter.
Uh-oh.
This is another.
Uh-oh.
This is a
Tied.
pretty. This is a pretty
see.
easy one. What are Mike Flanagan's 2 series with the word midnight in the title?
Midnight Mass,
Mhm.
Midnight Club.
All right,
Correct.
he's got the lead.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Fucker. All right.
Correct.
This could be it.
All right.
This could be it.
Which of Mike's regulars have been in the most of his works? There are 2, and you have to get both. They've been in 8 each.
Oh, shit. 8?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Katie Seagal and Henry Thomas.
You are correct.
God
Boom.
damn it.
We are tied.
fucking correct.
That's
oh,
it. Now
I'm
we.
so sorry because the last one is the hardest one.
Oh, well now, so we. No,
Oh, wait,
that's-
no, I have 2. I have
that's-
2 left.
Yeah, so we just did 6, so now we're going, and we're tied. So now
Oh,
we got
okay,
to go
great.
into. So tie rules.
Uh-huh.
We got to wait for you to finish the question.
Okay.
And it might be kind of hard for you to look, but first one to.
Okay.
I can do this hand.
Ooh, I'm going to do my super hard one then. And then I
Okay.
have an easier
All right.
one if nobody gets
on the
it.
table, bitch.
All
on the
right.
table.
All right, very hard tiebreaker. I wrote that. Which classic novella was The Haunting of Bly Manor based on? See, it's a trick question because Haunting of Hill House is based on Haunting of Hill House.
Mm-hmm.
But the title is completely different. It's a classic novella. I had to read it in school.
Mm-hmm.
I told you it was very hard.
It is. It is.
I wish
don't.
I had watched Blind Matter now.
You
Well, I
haven't
watched
Bly
it.
Manor?
I've watched.
I haven't watched it, yeah.
What the fuck?
And he's
I
talking
know.
about a
What
fucking
have you
Flaniverse
watched?
episode.
Yeah,
like,
you're not invited.
I obviously haven't finished that one. I haven't finished watching Midnight Club. So.
Anyways, I'm the new host from the Mouse.
seriously, what the fuck, dude? No, I watched it, but I didn't know what it was
Oh,
adapted from.
fuck.
Yeah, it's a book.
All right.
What if I tell you the author first, and then you can see
All right,
if
all right.
you go.
Let's go with the author.
Author is Henry James, classic author.
Yeah, but fuck, what?
The title of it honestly sounds like it would be a Poe story, actually. If anybody actually
It's
knows
gonna
this, I
kill
need you to
me.
comment.
You're killing me
and
because
say that
I'm
you
ever
know it,
reading
'cause
this,
this is
but
a
I
hard
can't
one.
think of it.
I literally can't. You go
Okay,
ahead.
Turn of the Screw.
God,
Fuck, Murph fucking told us that.
Yep.
God
Murph
damn it.
would know that.
Murph
Yeah.
told us that, yeah. Because Blind Manor had already come out when we did Hill House,
Uh-huh.
the episode on Hill House,
Mhm.
and they mentioned
Turn of the Screw. Yeah.
Fucker.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
well,
final tiebreaker, and this one's way easier, so it's gonna be a speed round. Ooh, maybe I should make it. I could make it way harder.
all right, get weird with it. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna make it a little harder because you have to have the whole title. What is Poe's one completed novel called?
One completed novel?
Yeah, he only has one that's complete. He had an incomplete
You have to
one.
do the full title? God damn it.
Because I know you know the general
characters.
gist. Do you know it
Can
right, too, right? The character's name?
Mm,
Can I get half
No.
point?
I don't think so, no.
If Steven doesn't know
we
it,
don't,
yeah.
We don't do half points.
Oh,
I
okay.
know. It's Augustus.
Oh, no.
It's not the Confessions of...
No.
God damn it!
I'll give
I
you
thought
a
that
hint.
was his only.
I'll give you a hint. It does have a man's name in the title, and that man was a character in Fall of the House of Usher. And the story is kind of based on the story in the novel.
Yeah, it's
Arthur.
It's Arthur Pym. It's the Arthur Pym one.
Yeah.
Oh, something Arthur Pym and his Adventures Through Nantucket or some shit.
That's pretty close. Not the some shit part.
No, that was they cut that off.
Ahead of his time.
But
it's the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket.
I got the A character.
We could kill it as a tie. We do have a couple of those in the books where we ended with a tie and that was it.
Let's just do a tie because
I really didn't get the full title.
Arthur.
That's based off your rules. I didn't get the full title.
It's tough. I know. I made them hard. Well, for the most part.
We're split it.
We'll just call it a tie.
All right, we'll call it a tie.
That's all that I asked. I know. I wish I could think of another one off the top of my head. I should have written more. God damn it.
No, but
I knew it had the A character name. That's why I did the Augustus.
Yeah.
And then you were like, not that. I was like, shit, this is Arthur.
Yeah.
The making it the full title, that was a good call because that's what fucked us. Yeah.
And I thought it was cool. They did say his full name.
They did.
Talking about Mark Hamill.
Oh, and they talk literally they call
Pym.
Yeah, and they do the Pym strategy and they kept almost trademarking how hardcore this motherfucker was.
Have you guys read that book?
No.
Okay, so I had to read it in college. I was an English major. It is by far my least favorite Poe.
Well, they say it's not really hard. It's more like a
it's more like a mystery adventure.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's boring as shit.
I thought you were gonna go with his first. So you said novel. That's what kind of threw me away from that. Is he had his very first short story was like Mitzgriegen German something bullshit. I'm like, oh, that's dirty.
No. One novel.
Okay. All right. Well, we tied.
I stumped the host.
You'd stumped both the fucking hosts.
Yep.
Woo!
Well done.
Thank you.
I don't think we've had a tie since
it's been a while.
Nice.
I think
the first year and a half. It was a Murph one.
It was a Murph one. Yeah.
See, honestly, that's very difficult for me because I'm super competitive about unimportant bullshit. So it's driving me crazy that there's no winner. I guess the winner is me.
There you go. But yeah, no, we so far it's 2 or 3 in the books out of the 4 years. So it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. Crazy.
So you should feel special about that.
I do. You guys were evenly matched. It was a fair game.
I forgot one.
I know. And that's the things. The ones we got wrong, we're like, God damn it, fucking.
Mike didn't get several of them when I quizzed him. So yeah,
those are really great questions. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you coming on to talk about everything Poe and Flanagan.
My
and
pleasure.
Amazing actors. There's all 3. Everything about this is just boom.
Yeah, everyone's hot, everyone's talented, everyone's queer, and everyone's evil. I'm so in. I've never been more in my life.
So, and you plug again, Deeply Upsetting's coming back in the roster.
Coming
Let's
back,
go.
baby.
Let's do
It is a wild time. Strap in if you decide to listen. It is Mike the Hobbit and myself riffing on questions that people ask, hypothetical questions, or on the news, not the heavy duty stuff, just the lightweight stuff.
Yeah. And hey, this if it's out in time for the holidays, listen to it with your family.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. There's a reason that I have a stage name because I don't want my family.
You don't want to tell Alexa to play it throughout the entire house. And,
I did ask one of my brothers to listen to it, and some of my family is still really religious, including my brothers, and he was like, it was a little much for me. Yeah. I was like, oh, you didn't like it when he talked about cum for an hour? You weren't into that?
He's like, do you have an edited version that takes the dirty words out of it?
I was like, man, this
no,
is edited.
that would be the whole episode.
It doesn't sound like AI recorded it.
Yeah, it'd be like the episode would be like 5 minutes then.
Yeah. But all right, folks, until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.